Hello everybody, and welcome to the Marvel A to Z series here on the Richest Realm channel. In this series, we'll be looking at the characters throughout the Marvel Universe, looking into their powers, story history, allies, and enemies. There'll be some big names you've heard of, and some you may not, as well as some weird and wonderful creations throughout Marvel's history. I'm going to start off with a shout out to the DJ Honky for their comments on the last video, and now let's get right into it with this week's episode, the letter L. When Dr. Curtis Connors was an army surgeon, his wounded right arm had to be amputated. When back in civilian life, he researched reptiles and their ability to grow back missing limbs. As a result of his research, he developed a serum to regenerate his arm. It worked, but turned him into a savage humanoid lizard. Spider-Man returned him to his human form, but since then, Curtis has repeatedly reverted back to the lizard. The lizard is one of Spider-Man's main enemies, but Dr. Connors has acted as a friend to Spider-Man and the hero's true identity, Peter Parker. Tragically, the lizard killed Curtis's only son, Billy, and the trauma drove him mad. Morbius once restored Curtis's human body, but left his mind in lizard form. Curtis later became the lizard again, now with his human mind trapped in the lizard's body. When Ben Reilly created clones of Curtis's family, Curtis injected them with the lizard formula, creating a lizard-like family. Curtis later returned to teaching at the Empire State College after creating a chip that prevented him from hurting anyone while he was in his lizard form. On Mojo World, where Longshot was created, the original inhabitants have no spines. The scientist Arise created an exoskeleton to allow them to stand upright, but a group called the Spineless Ones refused to use such devices. The Spineless Ones became the rulers of the planet and forced Arise to create a race of slaves. Longshot was one of these slaves created. He refused to be anyone's slave and helped organize a revolt, and on the run, Longshot escaped through an interdimensional portal, arriving on Earth. Mojo, the spineless one who claimed to own Longshot, pursued him to Earth. With the help of a stunt woman, Ricochet Rita, another slave called Quark, and Doctor Strange, Longshot defeated Mojo. Later, Longshot joined the X-Men and developed a relationship with Dazzler. After he left the X-Men, he joined the Trans-Dimensional Exile team for a while, but he parted ways with them and returned to Dazzler, whom he married on Mojo World. The couple had a child together, Shatterstar, but their knowledge of the child was later wiped from their memory. And in a temporal paradox, it was actually Shatterstar's genetic material that was used by Arise to create Longshot all those years ago. And now it's that time where we look at a weird and wonderful creation from the Marvel Universe, and today it's Lockjaw. When they come of age, the Inhumans are exposed to the Terrigen Mists, from which they gain their own unique powers. The Inhumans also experimented on canines. This bulldog pup thus became Lockjaw, with the ability to teleport a combined weight of a ton, and Kree technology later expanded his teleportation range. Lockjaw developed a strong affinity for Black Bolt, and while he spent most of his time with the Inhumans, he also helped found the Avengers Pets and helped Kamala Khan when she first gained her powers. Unfortunately, Lockjaw seemed to perish when the Kree Empire attacked the New Arctillans. So that wraps up this video. Please hit that like button, and if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And be sure to write me a comment of your favourite character starting with the letter L, and you might get a shout out in the next video.